Maunika, and today I'm going to talk about reviewing a UWorld blog. So, if you're one of the people who are preparing for their steps, you might have experienced this at least once. We often get bored reviewing a UWorld blog, and then it takes us years to get back to it, and that kind of poses a huge threat to our entire learning process. I just keep procrastinating all the time, and by the time I get myself back to it, I forget the questions and I have to go through it again, and it's such a tiring process. These are a few tips that I've learned that help me a lot to review my UWorld blogs and not make it seem like a chore. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is the methods. So when you're doing a UWorld blog, there are various methods you can use to solve it. Like, you could do it timed, you could do it tutored, you could do it both timed and tutored. Solving the questions in timed mode and then reviewing all of them at once immediately is what I feel works for me the best. But this was my condition during my step 1 because I had a lot of time and I had a lot of motivation. But now for my step 2, I'm not able to find that similar motivation to do this. So what I do now is I do it tutored and timed, and I review each and every question immediately after I solve it. This helps me in various ways. Firstly, it helps me retain the knowledge that I learn from a question and use it in the next question. That kind of helps me boost my UWorld score. I know it's silly, but all of us, we are aware that we need to use UWorld as a learning tool and not an assessment tool, but it really stings when you get like 40s and 50s and you're like really trying to raise your score and trying to find that little bit of motivation that's left. So I feel solving and reviewing a question at the same time helps you improve your UWorld score and keeps you motivated to solve more. I think that's something you can try if you're not finding the motivation to. And then again, it's all about you. Just whatever keeps you going, whatever way you can do something, and that is going to make a huge difference when compared to not doing anything. And the second thing is Pomodoros. Pomodoros are a great way to keep your focus maximized while doing a blog. So you could do Pomodoros for as 25 minutes study sessions with 5 minutes break, or like you could do a 50-10 session. But whatever you do, it helps you take proper breaks and it helps you focus. I've been doing this for my step 1 prep as well as my step 2 prep, and it's the single most thing that helped me a lot in getting stuff done. I strongly recommend you try the Pomodoro technique if you haven't already, because it makes a lot of difference in your study prep. And there's this very interesting app called Forest, which I've been using for the last year and a half. And it's a very fun app that helps you study while planting trees with your friend. It's a fun way to study, so check it out if you haven't. And the third thing is the art of letting go. As philosophical as it sounds, it is really important to learn to let go of things when they don't serve you anymore. So if you're stuck on a question and you're not able to move past it, like you're simply not able to get yourself to review it because it has, say, a huge table which looks really dreadful, and you have not learned that concept before in your life, so you definitely don't have that mind space to tackle it right now. So it's okay, you don't have to do it then. You can just skip to the next question. You can always come back to it later. So just let go of it for the moment and move on to the next question. You can always come back to it later. You don't have to go in the order. It's fine. You can review the 40th question and come back to the 20th question. It's fine. You can do that. The fourth thing I want to talk about are the videos. So UWorld is a very comprehensive source, and almost all their explanations are top notch, and they really help you go through the pathology, go through the physiology of the disease, and make you understand exactly why the answer is right or why the answer is wrong. But sometimes when you're reading the UWorld explanations, you might not actually get what he's trying to say. So when you feel like you're not understanding it, instead of stopping your review, you can just pause, go to a video. Maybe like you could search YouTube for the concept, you could see a Boards and Beyond video, or you could just get you could watch it on Osmosis or whatever source you're using, and you could just passively watch a video. And that helps you so much because now you know the concept better, and now when you go back to the explanation, it seems much easier to get through it than it felt before. And another thing you could do is you could listen to a podcast. One of my favorite sources for step prep is the Divine Intervention podcast. So whenever you don't have to like do it all the time, but whenever you feel like you're not understanding the concept, I strongly advise you to go and listen to his explanation of it, and it really makes all the difference and it pushes you to learn more. And the last thing I want to talk about is the importance of study partners. It is pretty obvious that when you have somebody who's going through the same journey as you, it makes the suffering easier, I guess. You don't have to like study together or study the same thing, but it's always nice to have a accountability partner. So you just inform each other that you'll do 2 blocks per day or 3 blocks per day and hold each other accountable for it, and that is going to help you way more than you can imagine. The takeaway is, whichever method you're following and however you're learning it, remember that you don't have to stick to a single method. You can always switch methods, you can always do a bit of this, a bit of that. Just make sure that you're learning something every day and you're reviewing things properly. And that's all you need to get a really good step score. And whatever you're learning is going to be of great help when you're giving the test. So remember that, and good luck for your prep. I hope these tips help you, and if you have any other tips that you've learned through your journey, please let me know in the comments and help out a friend. Thank you.